So, a lot of people have asked me exactly what makes Scarlett tick. Um, I normally don't share this kind of information with anybody, and I'm only sharing it with YouTube because I'm not a stingy prick. I'm not somebody who thinks I'm better than anyone else. I'm doing this because I actually care about you guys as people, and if I can help you, become a better programmer with some of this code, I, then I've done the world some justice, and I did you some justice. I do ask that, you're decent enough to at least subscribe. It's not a big deal. I do post a lot of free stuff, and I'm going to go ahead and show you this beta version of Scarlet that I am in the current process of working on. The original Scarlet was all in C sharp, and I have gone and turned Scarlet into VB.net, which is um, very powerful object-based coding versus C sharp, where it's more function-based coding. VB.net is extremely powerful, and I've seen a lot of people do speech recognition systems out of VB.net, and they really went wrong with it in a lot of areas. This program can essentially do Google dictation searches, YouTube dictation searches. I can go back into my normal mode, and Scarlet can do all kinds of different things. I can do the start, stop listening. There's just a lot of things, but I'm going to go ahead and go down through this code and show you it. I'm not going to be posting a text file of this code. I know it's kind of dickish or whatever, but I am showing you the code, which is something, and I had to go through and write all this out and do all of it. So I'm not doing it to really be a jerk. I'm just doing it because it's a learning process, and it's good for you to learn the code by typing it out instead of just copying and pasting it. I have spent thousands of hours programming. I couldn't even tell you. I've left explanations of different things. Scarlet has a process that can't be killed. I'm not an administrator, and this kind of falls into it. I am going to give you a brief demonstration.
To activate commands, speak the words Scarlet, command mode.
I'll try to kill her right now, and it won't let me. Scarlet command mode.
Activating advanced Scarlet AI.
Scarlet close.
Just say yes, close.
Yes, close. So as we get going down through here, Scarlet's had a lot of upgrades, by the way. So I'm going into this form load. I have this blown up so you guys can actually see it, but I am going to have to pan over to the right so you guys can see everything. I have all my commands attached to a file. And you guys you'll have to go through and build your own commands if you're going to do stuff. But Scarlet has memory overrides. She has RAM thief and release memory, but that isn't all she has, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Scarlet has 4 engines that it runs off of. If you hear me use the term she, it's not that I'm calling the program a she, it's that I'm calling Scarlet a she, because that is technically where I've kind of ran with the ideas from Wanda Scarlet Witch. So I'm going down through here. So you can see these are parts of the engine. This is part of the security access rights, why I can't shut down Scarlet. Scarlet runs as an administrator. And this is a separate thing for command mode and to please stop listening. This is a private unum speech. Enumeration is good coding. You don't see many people doing it. You need to make sure that there are no spaces in the commands that you have, which you'll see below the commands that are all what you're seeing right now. There's a lot to go through, and I want to try to go through this quickly so you guys aren't stuck watching hours of videos. I'd give you more demonstrations of Scarlet. Scarlet can do 256-bit encryption. Um, uh, there's a keylogger mode, spyware mode, basically, that I can set Scarlet into, where it will record every keystroke you make and put it into a text file, uppercase, lowercase, it doesn't matter what it is. And for every keystroke you make, it is taking a PNG snapshot of your screen and is also recording your voice if you were to talk. And all those are placed inside of a file. I will, after this is posted, I will go and kind of give you some ideas and show you what Scarlet can do. These background workers are, from the toolbox, if you're not familiar with it. I was getting an error sometimes, and I had to put a try method in here to catch the error, and that stopped. Is when you're programming, you're always going to go through, bugs and shit that you need to sort out. So this little piece right here is part of the YouTube dictation, and I will give you a little demonstration of that.
To activate commands, speak the words Scarlet command mode.
Scarlet command mode.
Activating advanced Scarlet AI.
Scarlet YouTube dictation. Nuclear war. World War III. Destruction. Diabolical. Scarlet command mode.
Activating advanced Scarlet AI.
Scarlet kill tab. Scarlet kill tab. To Sparta.
Closing application.
Scarlet close.
Are you absolutely positive?
Yes, close. So as you can see, Scarlet goes through and does a dictation mode. When I go into this mode, it basically, all it allows me to do is give any type of voice command and it will do that search. Normally Scarlet has the functions where I can, page down, page up, kill tab, do all these different things and switch tabs. But while it's in dictation mode, I can't. So to pull myself out of that, I use the command Scarlet command mode, and then that shuts off the dictation and it switches back over to Scarlet's normal functions. Now, every time you do a new search, this send key right here is closing out your previous search, so you're not having a bunch of website windows popping up. People tried telling me that you couldn't close out like the little separate tab windows, only the main one, the main browser one, which was bullshit because, well, I'm doing it now. So anyway, this is the Google one, which is just like the other one, and it functions the same. I'd give you a demonstration, but you would basically be seeing essentially the same thing Scarlet just did, except using Google search. This is Scarlet's normal rec engine here, and Scarlet also has a feature I'm working on where she'll pop up this window, and it is going through and recording. It's all speech coding. Like if I want to do HTML coding, I can say whatever I want, and Scarlet will insert all the HTML code for me, as well as CSS and JavaScript, which I will get into at some point. So basically, when I'm telling Scarlet YouTube dictation, it is shutting off the main engine, and it is this engine is popping up. There's a reason why these aren't up into the main form with all the other grammar and stuff, because if it was, this program would be going haywire. So these right here that you're seeing are a lot of controls that allow Scarlet to, control the the net when she's on the internet and stuff as far as doing things. Can select all, can delete, can paste, can copy, um, check disk, defrag, a lot of different things. So all these things that you're seeing Scarlett can do. And like I said, I still have a lot more to put into this. Normally nobody would ever share this stuff with you guys, just for the record, because it's just the way they are. You usually see these really basic things on there, and they're just kind of going through whatever. I am going to reduce this a bit. You guys will be able to, blow up your screen to look at this if you have to, but I just got to be able to get through this as we go. All this, Scarlett basically can access a shit ton of Windows 10 features. Actually, a lot more than Siri or Alexa can do. My plan is to have Scarlett far outdo anything that they can do, and I'm getting pretty close to that now. And Scarlett, unlike Siri and Alexa, doesn't spy on you. The only time when I mention the keylogger and all that, that is a function that is command based. So if you want Scarlett to do that, then Scarlett will do it. I am going to stop this and start up a new one in a moment. And we'll go